We.
Week 1 of Growth 17 observation has yielded little in the way of any new results. As mentioned in the initial autopsy report, Growth 17 does not have the same properties as any fulcrum growth observed by Ruby Tech scientists. The growth still looks like the mouth of a cave, dipping into Subject 1's body. However, closer inspection has yielded more details about Growth 17. After measuring the depth of the growth, it appears to dip exactly 8.9 centimeters inside Subject 1's chest. This matches the diameter of the growth as well. Growth 17 also narrows the deeper it goes. Another observation of note. There appears to be a small black object jutting out from the bottom of the growth. This object is hard and has an egg-like shape. According to measurements, the object is 0.6 centimeters in height and has a diameter of 0.39 centimeters. Given the lack of changes in the object since bringing Subject 1 to Birdie Outpost, it seems the object was already present inside Growth 17 prior to the transfer. However, much like the depth of Growth 17, I will continue monitoring the object for any changes. Signed, Agent 3346, Alyssa Thatcher. Week 3 of Growth 17 observation has yielded more new results. As mentioned in the previous report, the outer layers of the growth have started to thicken. During observations this week, part of the growth was analyzed in the lab at Birdie Outpost. The sample was looked at under 900 times magnification. For reference, this is what a typical fulcrum growth looks like when under a microscope, a mass of gray without any blemishes. This is also what Growth 17 looked like under a microscope when Subject 1 was first observed on June 15, 2028. However, this is what a sample from Growth 17 looks like as of July 7, 2028. It's unclear what these dark streaks are. However, the most likely explanation is they are the cause of the growth hardening. In subsequent weeks of observation, growth samples will be tested regularly to understand what this unprecedented fulcrum hardening is. Additionally, the object inside the center of Growth 17 has doubled in size. It is now 1.3 centimeters in height and 0.84 centimeters in diameter. Given the object's location at the narrowest part of Growth 17, it has been deemed unsafe to collect a sample due to the risk of a fulcrum outbreak. However, if the object grows in size, a sample will be taken and studied for further analysis. Signed, Agent 3346, Alyssa Thatcher. Week 6 of Growth 17 observation has finally granted the opportunity to study the dark object located in the center of the growth. As stated in previous weeks, the object has begun to grow larger, widening the narrow bottom of Growth 17. It has also grown taller. The object peaked out just enough earlier this week for a sample to be retrieved. However, due to the object now protruding from Growth 17, it's impossible to measure its current height. Given how much it is now protruding from the growth, it's estimated to be 5 centimeters in height as of this report. A sample was taken from the object and studied under 900 times magnification. As seen here, while the sample appears entirely black from the outside, it has similar up-close physical characteristics as early samples of the growth's hardened outer layer. The current theory is the object is somehow responsible for the hardening of growth 17, explaining why the fulcrum growth is behaving in odd ways. While there have been some considerations about removing the object to see how it impacts the growth, there are also concerns doing so will trigger something unknown that may lead to a fulcrum outbreak. For now, the object remains situated within growth 17. An additional sample from growth 17's outer layer was also taken. This image of the sample under 900 times magnification shows how the black coloring is beginning to overtake the outer layer. This has now become visible on the growth as a whole, as pockets of darkness now make up 70% of the entire growth. This is up from 56% from the previous report. The condition of the outer layer will continue to be monitored in future updates. Signed, Agent 3346, Alyssa Thatcher. Note: as I was feeding this report into our AI, the black object started to move. Its movements are slow and periodic, expanding and contracting at regular intervals. I will observe any new behaviors the object exhibits and report them next week. The object in the center of growth 17 is now glowing. It's impossible to take an accurate photo of the object due to the intensity of the glow. Heat now radiates from it like a furnace, but even that is an understatement. There's no way to get a sample from the outer layer of the growth this week. When I tried, I could feel the layers of my gloves peeling away. I'm not sure what to do, Dr. Anweir. Have you received my memos from earlier in the week? Why aren't you responding? I'm worried this thing will put Birdie Outpost in danger. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know what it's capable of. Please, tell me what to do. Tell me why you're not responding anymore. I'm starting to think. Do you want to see what it does? Signed, Agent 3346, Alyssa Thatcher. The growth has gone back to normal. The object once protruding from the growth has sunk back into the crevice. It is no longer concerning, nor a threat to the location. I am requesting an immediate stoppage of current observations effective immediately. Thank you.